Welcome back, everyone, to Video Game News. This time, coming to you from September the 27th. Just a few days left of September, and thus October begins. Hard to believe, and it's now autumn. But with that said, let's get this started. First up, a couple of recent items added to limited run games. First is Blood Rain Betrayal Fresh Bites. Number 12 for the PS5 version, and the PS4 version is number 425. And two versions total of the game. There's the base version, which is going to be $34.99, and then there's a deluxe version for $74.99. Quite a price jump, over double. Also, Wired Productions Black Label number 2, called, of course, The Town of Light, which I've already done a playthrough as well as a review for. I recommend checking out. But this is a special limited deluxe edition that's going to be released. Very extreme. I believe it's going to be something like only like several hundred copies, if I'm even less than 1,000. But it's going to be getting released for $79.99. It includes like art book, soundtrack, a ton of extra stuff. Also, you have another interesting looking game called Strife. Veteran Edition for the Nintendo Switch. And it is, though, gonna be available for pre-order next month, October 17th. For $29.99, it's gonna be a limited, not a actual open thing. So that means very limited quantities, which means it will probably sell very fast, thanks to things like scalpers. Also, quickly mention recently, currently, last time I talked about sales numbers of hardware and software sales numbers for Nintendo handhelds. This time looking at hardware and software numbers for Nintendo home consoles. First up, the original NES, which had sold 61.91 million units, and in software, it would sell just over 500 million in software units. Also, for the SNES hardware, it would end up selling 49.10 million units. Software, it would sell 379.6 million units. The N64 hardware would end up selling 32.93 million units. Software, it would sell 224.97, so just shy of 225 million units in software sales. GameCube would end up in hardware selling 21.74 million units. Software, it would end up selling 208.57 million units. The Nintendo Wii would end up selling 101.63 million units, and would end up selling 921.85 million units in software sales. As of right now, also the Wii U sold 13.56 million units. Software would sell 103.39 million units for Wii U. And the most up-to-date numbers for the Nintendo Switch in hardware has sold 89.4 million units. Quite impressive. It's probably going to end up surpassing the Wii in sales. Software The Switch has so far sold 632.40 million yens in software. Excuse me. I'm recording this at 6 a.m. in the morning. Also, on to more news. We have Activision Blizzard now under SEC investigation. According to Wall Street Journal report. Also, Sea of Thieves Season 4 arrives Thursday. And Pokemon the Trading Card Game Live app announced that the trading card app online app will be shutting down. Also, Persona 1 is getting ready to celebrate its 25th anniversary. So yeah, Persona series is now 2.5 decades old. Though Shin Megami Tensei has been around longer. Also, Mega Man's Rush springs into Monster Hunter Rise as a special new DLC. Also, THQ Nordic announces new SpongeBob game. Also, THQ Nordic also announces that Outcast 2, A New Beginning. Also, new phone game, Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Also, Sega and Atlus tease new RPG for Tokyo Game Show coming up. Tales of Arise continues to soar, surpassing 1.5 million copies sold so far. In just a couple weeks, that's pretty good, because JRPGs don't always do humongous sales numbers. And on top of this being an anime JRPG, so it's good to see at least they're still doing pretty decent. Plus, the Tales series has never been extremely huge in sales numbers, so it is nice to see a Tales game. In my opinion, probably the only Tales games I ever gone to were Vesperia and Symphonia. Eventually, I'll probably check out Arise once the price drops. But also, new Sonic Colors Ultimate. Special patch has been added for the Switch version, targeting flashing issues with Sonic Colors Ultimate. The patches to fix certain super bright flash moments that could cause issues with people that have epilepsy. So, if you're possibly know somebody that might get seizures and stuff, definitely make sure you download the patch update for the game if it's for Switch. Also, Nintendo has no plans to lower price of the Nintendo Switch in the United States following its European price cut. So, which says to me that its sales numbers have not done quite as well in the European markets as it has done in the North American market. But to be fair, Nintendo has always had a very hardcore, loyal base of customers here in North America. Also, Ren and Stimpy confirmed for the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Or, I guess you could say Nickelodeon's take on Smash. Is the best way to say it. Dying Light 2 has been delayed until 2022 because of different issues. Pokemon Unit, or Unite, is celebrating 9 million downloads. Quite impressive. Also, quickly look at a couple of things from Metacritic. First up, Skater, which is an interesting looking indie skateboarding game. It's definitely been somewhat mixed opinions. The Xbox One version has a 61% critic score, no user score as of yet. Also, PC version has a 63% critic score, nothing yet on user. Switch has a 50% critic score, no user score. Ni no Kuni 2 for the Nintendo Switch port is has a 78% critic score, no user yet. Lost Judgment PS5 has a 84% critic score, no user. No scores of any kind yet available for PS4. 81% for the Series X, no user. Nothing yet on either category for the Xbox One. Also, a new game coming out, Bridge of Spirits. PS5 version has an 84% critic score, no user score. Nothing out yet on PS4 or the PC. Deathloop PS5 version has an 89% user score, 89% critic score, user score is 6.1. Also, quick little synopsis, basic info over the weekend for box office numbers. Shang-Chi is once again topped number one at the box office domestically, bringing in another 13,285,000, and total, that's a drop of 38.7% from week prior. As of right now, worldwide box office for Shang-Chi, hopefully I'm saying it correctly, currently stands at $363,359,084. And right now, right behind it overall at the box office has been Ryan Reynolds' film Free Guy, which has now done $317,439,071. And quickly want to say, I have not seen Shang-Chi, but I have seen Free Guy, and I do recommend, if you've not seen it, do yourself a service, go see it. It has a lot of great funny moments in the film. I also really appreciate the moments with Taika Waititi, which is a superb director, and I think has many years ahead of him of great films. But with that said, I'll see y'all next week for the first edition of video game news for, of course, October. And also, I will be announcing next week special horror game reviews coming for that month in honor of Halloween, as well as 2 horror movie reviews coming your way. For next month, the first of the 2 will be based on video game, and that is the first horror movie review for October is going to be Silent Hill Revelations. So stay tuned for that. Makes sense since I reviewed Silent Hill 1 last year, along with the first Resident Evil film last year. Also, I will be reviewing a BBC miniseries, will be the other review, towards the end of the month, next month, called Intruders. It's a very interesting looking sci-fi supernatural, or more on the supernatural side of things, involving spirits and stuff from the BBC, which is a little different from their stereotypical stuff, which they tend to stick more to sci-fi and things like that, rather than the supernatural side of things. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time for that. Stay safe. Hopefully you enjoyed the music in the background from Mirror's Edge The Catalyst. But I'll see y'all soon enough. And stay tuned for next month for a tournament. Mortal Kombat X tournament coming next month. So stay tuned for that. See you soon.